Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bunch of Nuts podcast. This is Dan here with Cass. It's officially go time, Cass. I gotta say, we took the vacation, we took a couple weeks off. It's time to get into conference previews. It's go time now. Like it's football season. I'm pumped up. Today we got Big 12 preview, and we also do mix in a little group of five. We diligently made this list, I would say. I feel like we made a pretty good list. Cass went as deep as putting in records for the teams. I did not put records. I did put a record for my two top teams. Um, but like we have
Do
great.
we include Notre Dame in this group of five?
I
Or
I
were
don't.
they a different entity?
They're like a different entity. It's weird. I don't consider them a group of five.
I
Even
consider them ACC or Big 10.
they're like their own brand too. So
Yeah.
they're an outlier. But the Big 12 is going to be a great conference this year. You
Should we
guys,
do the group of five first? We can just give their records and stuff.
yeah, let's do a group of five. Screw it. We ball.
Yeah, I mean, group of five, I think is pretty, pretty almost weak compared to, you know, the last couple of years. You got your usual Boise State, but I think up there in Tulane. Um, I don't have Appalachian State or Liberty. I think they've kind of fallen off. You mentioned a team off air that I probably should have mentioned in Miami, Ohio, but I didn't. Um, but I have UNLV as the top group of five. Even though them and James Madison have the same record, I just think the committee will vote UNLV in because one, they have more roster appeal, and Dan Mullen is the head coach, and plus it's Vegas. Like,
I think I mean I like that. I like that. They also added Alex Orgy. And are we an Alex Orgy podcast now because he left Michigan? I kind
and he
of
wears scarlet and gray now. I mean,
he does. I think I gotta root for him a little bit. I think Dan Mullen with Alex Orgy in that offense would be interesting.
you have a tendency to root for Michigan transfer quarterbacks,
Yeah, defectors. Yeah, absolutely. I
but
think I might.
even though Orgy's a total different quarterback than uh,
Joe Milton. He's
Joe
not.
Milton,
Yeah.
so
No. I like the UNLV pick. I will say, the way I did the group of five, and I'm like as I'm looking at it, they're kind of like a couple of these teams are kind of dependent on how another team does because there's a couple good teams in the group of five, but it really comes down to like one or two games. The two games I have highlighted is UNLV versus Boise State. That's going to be a huge non-group of five game because that's going to basically the winner of that should have arguably um, the path to the
they're in
playoff.
the mountain. Both teams are in the Mountain West,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, and they both play now. Boise State last year had obviously Ash and Genty, and they beat UNLV twice. UNLV played them tough both times. I do think though this year, like UNLV should get over the hump, just because Boise State lost so much, and UNLV as a team was a great team. I feel like the other group, and the other kind of I would say pod of teams that are dependent on each other, but like the winner of this game has a front seat. It's going to be the winner of the Texas State versus James Madison game. Um, Texas State in the Sun Belt, they have probably one of the best running attacks. In a pretty favorable schedule. JMU is just supposed to be a favorite. There's a game in October where they both play. That's going to decide the Sun Belt, I think. Winner of that's going to have be in the driver's seat. So those are basically though it's not even teams. It's really just games we're looking at. I feel like at this like those two games are going to dictate a lot of the who gets the bid from the group of five.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I like UNLV over James Madison just because they'll have to play Boise twice, and
Yeah.
I think Boise's two losses are against UNLV because I think they'll end up facing each other in the Mountain West title game as well. I just like UNLV better, and plus the appeal. I mean, I know the sexy pick is going to be UNLV. One, they're in Vegas. Um, they're a group of five. Granted, I think this year that group of five team will end up getting the possible 12 seed. because I have my playoff teams already, which we'll reveal down the road. But UNLV,
They
I'm
have a
put
they have an extremely favorable schedule too, Cass, because they play like I'll just read it off. Like they play Idaho State, Sam Houston. Their tough non-conference game is UCLA at home. That should be a win for them.
they might beat them. They might end up going undefeated.
I mean, then they play Miami of Ohio in Ohio. That's another game, honestly, because I was talking about like games that Miami is my sleeper team from the MAC because they got Daquan Finn. The defense is always good. They just need, I think, some offense. Daquan Finn, if he was a MAC player of the year, he transferred back into the MAC. Miami, I think, is could honestly make the playoff. But the problem is Miami, they have a tough schedule.
Daquan Finn's been playing for years.
Yeah, Miami, the problem is they play Wisconsin and Rutgers weeks 1 and 2. Now, if they're good and they come with their A game, I could see like they could win both those games hypothetically. And if they go 2-0, then yeah, they're everyone's talking about
And they
Miami.
got to
So,
play Ohio. I think they play Ohio U too. Ohio U is
yeah,
pretty tough.
I love Miami as a team this year. Their schedule's just too brutal, but I
How
think
about Ohio U and Miami? Ohio
that's
U opens with Rutgers and plays West Virginia before they play Ohio, and then plays Ohio State.
yeah. No, it's
What if
crazy.
Rutgers goes 0-2 against MAC teams?
Dude, it's highly possible. And then last point I'll make, brother. Um, the last group of five team I like is, and then you had them too. I had Navy. Very, very favorable schedule when you look at it. Their tough game is Notre Dame. I think it's like late in the season. I want to say it's week 9 or 10.
And in Army.
Yeah, and Army, obviously. It could totally be a situation where they are, one loss going into the Army game, which is kind of crazy, which I I would hope that they are strongly considered for a playoff spot, especially when they have Blake Horvath. He's so much fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and also Notre Dame should be. I don't know if they're gonna be down because Marcus Freeman's done a great job, but
I think they're gonna be really good, Notre Dame.
yeah, it just they could be beaten. I think if
They
Navy,
lost to Northern Illinois last year and in
yeah,
the
like
playoff
maybe
in the
maybe Navy could
national
catch him on the
championship.
right day. I don't think they will, but like that's also another game. Notre Dame, we're not counting obviously as a group of five team. But yeah, no, I like it, dude. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be a really good season, bro.
Yeah. Now the Big 12, which might be the one of the funnest conferences this year.
Hands down, hands down.
Um, in no order, 16 through 12. I mean, I have it in order. I have Cincinnati as the worst
Yeah,
team.
put them in order.
I have Cincinnati as the worst team. I can't believe I have Houston at 7-5, but the stranger things have happened. Cincinnati 16 at 4-8, Kansas 5-7, Arizona 5-7, West Virginia 5-7, UCF 6-6, Colorado 6-6, Houston's. I'm going to change Houston to 6-6. But yeah, that's that from 10 to 16 right there. What gets interesting is nine through, I would say 9 through 1. Honestly, I mean actually 9 through 2, probably 4.
This is the toughest conference to rank too, bro, because
Yeah,
like this you have a better chance of winning the lottery, I think, than picking the big
yeah.
the Big 12 standings correctly, because this could go anyway, dude. I had no
I
idea.
have TCU as the worst 7-5 team. I would have BYU higher at, than 8 due to the fact if their quarterback didn't get suspended
Yeah,
for the year.
no, if their quarterback didn't get suspended, they would be looking good. But yeah, I have BYU dead at 8. I'll kind of read down my list. I got dead last, no identity, no heart, no soul. Boring team, Houston. I just not a believer in Houston. Number 15, I also not a believer in this team. We'll see. They have Scott Frost again. Whoop-de-doo. UCF. I don't think they'll be good. They're starting like Trace Jackson's younger brother at quarterback, and he was not good when we watched him at Indiana. Um, 14, giving them more respect than people are giving them. I'm giving them Cincinnati. They might make a bowl game. Like they might squeak 6 wins. I think 5-7, but like Joe
They're going
Royer,
to go to a bowl. They're going to go to a bowl game from a team that drops out.
Joe Royer's gonna have a great year. Joe Royer might have 1,000 yards. So like they're gonna be fun. West Virginia 13, just average, I would say, slightly below average. We might go see them this year. Number 12, it's gonna be I have Arizona, Noah Fida, is just gonna carry this team to like a bowl game. That's it. He's gonna be fun to watch. But like I don't think like they lost McMillan and like I just don't think Arizona's gonna be super good. 11 Baylor, just the most bland team I think out there,
I
honestly.
have Baylor high actually. I have them
You
at 6.
did. I'm not excited for Baylor. I just have like nothing intrigues me
Nothing
about.
screams out, but it is the Big 12.
It is. Maybe that's a good thing. And then maybe I have this team too high. I had them a lot too high last year. At 10, I got Kansas. I think Kansas, they're gonna go to a bowl game. They're gonna go 6-6 or 7-5. Jalen Daniels is gonna have a great year. They're gonna go to a bowl game,
He's
and all the
still
Kansas
there.
he is, and all the Kansas fans are gonna be happy, man. It's gonna be Kansas bowl bound. Mark my words.
So I have at 9, I have TCU, BYU, Oklahoma State right there, 7, 8, 9. Just flip a coin. All three teams flip a coin and figure out who's going to be 7, 8, 9. I have Baylor at 8-4. Utah, who's going to be better than they were last year. I just don't. I think the top 4 teams have a little bit more talent, but they're going to be
Yes.
right there because they have the best coach in the conference. Iowa State at 4 at 9-3. Texas Tech 9-3, just because they spent a lot of money. You're going to win a lot of ball games, despite what heck you could spend a lot of money and be terrible. So I mean, they paid $5 million for an offensive tackle. That I mean, actually, I was listening to a couple people podcasts, not mentioning names, but there was a lot of rumors where Texas and Ohio State was kind of dropping their offer to Felix Ojo because after his performance at that camp, and that's where Texas Tech swooped in and offered him $5 million.
Interesting.
Could
I
be.
don't know how much I believe that now, but um,
I think I don't believe it because of what Texas Tech offered him. But yeah, I have Texas Tech at 9-3. Those are my top 3. I mean, and then I'll review my top 2 after you go through here.
okay, perfect. So I think I actually had the same order of 9, 8, 7. I had TCU, BYU, Oklahoma State. Um,
Flip a
I
coin.
think literally my logic was TCU. There's like I still respect them for making that run. I know there's something in there still, but I just don't think there's anything special. I think they're just going to be the middle of the pack, but they will be competitive
They're
with
getting
that.
beat by SMU
Yeah,
and NIL, and they're right across the street from each other, basically.
I had BYU at 8. Like I said, they would be higher. They just lost also a lot of talent too in the offseason. Not even their quarterback. That guy entered the transfer portal, that kick returner, punt returner. Did he commit to Ohio State? That guy? Or
No.
no, we wanted him. That's what it was. We all wanted.
Or
Yeah.
did he commit to Ohio State?
I forget. I that was so early in the offseason. I would check that for me. I have Oklahoma State 7. Like, yeah, just flip a coin. I had here at 6, I got Texas Tech. Not sold on them yet. I think all their additions will pay off in a year or two, not this year. Um, so they'll be a little disappointing. They'll finish 6th in the conference. Still pretty good. It's gonna really be dependent on to how Baron Morton does at quarterback. He looked pretty good.
Kalen Marion transferred to Miami.
Gotcha. At number 5, this is controversial, I know. I think Colorado is going to have a surprising year because all the hype is kind of gone from them. I think this is Dion's 3rd year. He has his guys now.
He's not recruiting very well either.
But he's got his guys. He's developed them. He got Salter from Liberty. He got his tackle seat, and the defensive line is going to be a lot more improved. The defense, like his team, is deeper than usual. So don't sleep on Colorado. I have Kansas State at 4. The end of their season, they have a gauntlet on their schedule. It's like they play Utah. I think like it's Oklahoma State. Um, Someone else pretty good. Like I think Texas Tech. Um, it's a tough end of the year for them. And then at three, I have Iowa State. I think they're still really good. They might be a fringe playoff team, but they just don't get it done. They just miss out on getting to the Big 12 championship. And then we have our two teams that we will reveal. Cass, I'll let you go first.
I have Arizona State and Kansas State. I have Kansas State winning the Big 12 and getting to the playoff. However, however they don't get rewarded a home playoff game though, because with the new seeding, playoff seedings. Okay, yeah, they do. They get a home playoff game because right now I'll reveal it. I have them as the 8 seed, but I'm not going to review anything else like that.
Okay, I like it. I have Utah making it to the the Big 12 championship game. And I can't wait for that because um we'll get the Dr. Pepper challenge, and I feel like that's always just great watching that at it's just like I don't know, it's just iconic. Utah, I have them going 10-2. They will lose to Arizona State, and then I think they will lose somewhere else on the road, probably to like you could say Kansas State, not Kansas State, maybe to Texas Tech. I could see. Dude, they have a very favorable schedule though, because they play Texas Tech at home, they play Arizona State at home, they play Colorado at home, they play Kansas State at home. Like maybe Baylor, I see the loss, honestly. They'll go 10-2 though. It's gonna like, and I really love Utah this year. It's tough to find many losses. Um, Arizona State though goes 11-1. Arizona State's one loss will somehow be like to Mississippi State early on, somehow like the SEC team. If you look at their schedule, it's a joke. Like they should go 11-1. Their big game is against Utah. They should just throttle teams, I think. Um, Sam Leavitt is, I thought, impressed me last year. I think he's gonna elevate, take the next step. Additionally, that roster is an older roster, and like this was supposed to be their year. If you kind of looked at the timeline that they had set up, this was supposed to be the year, so they were like a year early. I have them as a scary 11-1, and they easily win the Big 12, believe it or not. And they get a home playoff game. They will get a home playoff game because they've earned that respect because they got one. They basically got one last year. Well, no, they got the bye, but um, they'll get a home playoff game.
So yeah, they're, yeah, they won't get the bye. Big 12 champion will not get a bye this year. Um, like Dion said, the Big 12 champion is going to lose 2 games this year, so it's going to be very fun and competitive. I have Sam Leavitt winning Big 12 Player of the Year, despite them losing to Kansas State in the Big 12 championship. But very well, I think Arizona State. I think all in all, I think I have Arizona State at 9-3 because it's going to be 9-2. I just think the Big 12 is just so tough. Like they're going to lose game. Like Arizona State could lose to anybody on this team and so can Kansas State. So
They did. I feel good about Arizona State. I feel like Arizona State's become a running joke under this college football playoff format, where like I feel like unless their head coach leaves, they're going to be set up every year. I feel like to win the conference and then just get smacked round one. Like they're going to be like the Bengals of the early 2000s
they
of the
should
college football playoff.
they should have beat um,
Texas.
Texas, but I'm glad they didn't because then people wouldn't say Ohio State had an easy run to. Well, we didn't have an easy run regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Arizona State's schedule. They go 3-0. I think they lose to Utah. I think they lose back-to-back games. To be honest with you, I think they lose to Utah and Arizona State. I mean Texas Tech, but those will be their only 2 losses because I think obviously Utah and Texas Tech will lose other games down the road. But they avoid Kansas State until the championship game. So, um,
It's going
That's
to be chaotic. I agree with Dion said. Like it's going to come down to the last week for the most part.
yeah, and let me see here. Kansas State, they have. Let me see their schedule.
Do you
Okay,
have my prediction is so I have two playoff teams. I said Arizona State and Utah both get into the playoff. Do you
I
have
only have one.
you only have one? I have two. I think they get at least two. Some people have three. Some people have
So
three.
Kansas State has North Dakota, Army, Arizona. I think they run the table until they get. They may lose to Utah. They have Oklahoma State, Utah. They have Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Utah, and Kansas State and Colorado. I think they lose. This is where that's tricky for Texas Tech. Like Kansas State very well may only lose one game, but also they could lose two.
Yeah, let me look. Let me pull up that schedule again.
I think they lose. I think Utah. I
The
think
key game, bro, is Kansas State. I think Dion called it. It's Kansas State versus Colorado rivalry week.
it's
It's
a
at
rivalry.
it's that's the last. I mean, it's November 29th is last week of the regular season. Colorado versus Kansas State. I feel like that's the big game of the year. I feel like that's gonna Kansas State's gonna be looking at like if they beat Colorado at home, they're gonna be going to the Big 12 championship. And Coach Prime has something
Oh
else.
my lord!
That's a huge game. And no one's talking about that.
Now I know why you have Utah in the
Like you saw the path, right? Like now that you
dude. Their
look,
schedule is terrible.
yeah. And they were talking about
They
like
have
I think
Arizona State, yeah,
uh,
and Kansas State. That's it.
that's it. They just have to win one of those. And
And they have Colorado at home. All their games. They have Arizona State at home and Kansas. They have all their big games are at home.
yep. And they got
Good
Devin
call.
Dampy, and they like
Good call, my friend. Because
and
I
they
think
had
they're going to beat UCLA.
yeah, and they had Devin Dampier too. Devin Dampier they got from New Mexico, who is electric. If you watched him play at all last year, like he was like power like group of five Braxton Miller when I watched this guy play. Like so and they got like he's replacing Cam Rising. I know the defense will be good. It's just like can they get something out of the quarterback? And he is like he's an upgrade at quarterback over Cam Rising, in my opinion. So I think they're gonna be filthy this year, Utah.
I wonder who's going to do play by play for the Utah UCLA game at 11 p.m. on Fox.
What week
It
is
ain't. It's week one. It's not going to be Devin Gardner and Tim Brando.
they should have moved that to Big Noon. Utah's gonna be that's a big game for Utah. Put the Ohio State game
It's
at
at UCLA.
yeah, UCLA. Yeah, yeah,
Put Ohio State, Texas, 11 o'clock Saturday night
yeah.
in the shoe. Game would be over at 2 o'clock in the morning. The bars would be closed.
Hey, it stops people from drinking. People can't drink. People can't drink and drive if the bars close.
That'd be terrible.
They should do that. Just one team.
11 o'clock game in the shoe
11 o'clock p.m. kickoff. Why not? Let's see it.
on Fox. I would not want to work that game
An 11 o'clock Eastern time kickoff. Why is it not possible? Tell me
because
why.
you know why? It's because the city, the
It
the
has to be a rural team. It has to be a team where like it's like in the middle of a cornfield, like there is no city ordinance.
Nebraska,
Nebraska could do it.
Iowa.
Iowa could do it.
Nebraska couldn't because they're in a big city in Nebraska.
I'm trying to think what other team.
Remember that episode of Friday Night Lights where it was in the first season where it was the state runner-up game, like not the state runner-up game, but it was the regional finals before you go to the state semifinals. They had Coach Taylor and the Dillon Panthers built a football field in a empty acre lot to play a playoff game. It was pretty funny.
I never watched the show. I just love the movie. The movies I think the I can't watch the show because I love the movie so much, and I'm like this will not be better than the movie.
Be Miles, man.
Booby Miles.
Probably the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Booby Miles.
Booby Miles. Yeah, no, Mike Winchell would be. Mike Winchell would be a dog.
Well, yeah, Mike Winter. He wasn't that good.
Chavez. Chavez, the safety. Ivory Christian.
Billingsley.
In that movie, like Dallas Carter is Ohio State, I feel like. Like I feel like the Permian Panthers were like Notre Dame trying to come back against us, and like we're Dallas Carter's just like Jeremiah Smith, like big bad, like when we were red.
Speaking of Jeremiah Smith, oh, I like his comments about Michigan. I really do. Paul Feinbaum went on the show the other day and was talking smack about Ryan Day again. It's that yearly, I don't believe in Ohio State type of thing, but that's okay.
Like you can't say that after we just won the Natty. I'm sorry. Like, you just can't.
It's Paul Feinbaum, man. It's
I
ESPN.
get it. It's for clicks, but like it doesn't have the same impact at
No,
all. But go
uh,
on, Paul.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm glad football is around here. If you're a Washington Redskins fan, you got to be salty right now with their throwback uniforms that they did. They're doing the Super Bowl era uniforms with.
I like them.
I like them. It's just you have to be salty because you still want to beat the team called the Redskins, and they're going to bring back these uniforms.
No, it's just the color scheme, bro. I mean, there's worse in life to complain about. I'm not worried about it. But uh, should we talk about the Miami fans real quick? They're crazy. I don't know if the Timothy John because like they obviously got into like you made the comments about Jeremiah Smith. They obviously got into it with Jeremiah Smith. You saw like the whole LeBron tweet and stuff, and the Timothy Johnson guy who I don't know if is he a real like old dude who or is he just a troll like playing a character? I don't know. I'm assuming he's a real person because I looked at his blog and like it's from like it goes back to like 2017, 2015. Like it's an old he's been blogging this guy and it's a real blog. So I don't think he's playing a part, which the guy's insane.
He slashed somebody's tires because Ohio State beat him.
And then and then he blamed the fan for like breaking his windshield. It's like, no, bro. If you slash someone's car's tires, it's a very reasonable response for that person, especially if they're your neighbor, to take a bat or a 9 iron and crack your windshield. Like I I like that's kind of how the world works, unfortunately. It's not an Ohio State thing, Timmy. It's called don't slash someone's tires.
I mean, Miami fans are some kind of special.
I I like Kylo. Kylo Ren, Miami Hurricane, he doesn't stop. He don't stop, and I respect that. Timmy is just Timothy Johnson. I don't know. He might be a crackpot, is what we call it.
It might be the Buckeye Billy version of Miami.
Buckeye Billy. That was an all time Twitter argument. You stole my meme, dude. I didn't even know you posted a meme. I'm sorry.
You and your 200 followers.
Dude got so sick at me. I was like, dude, I didn't even see your meme. I'm like, I literally like, it's a topical meme. Like everyone was posting at the time. I'm like, oh, let me make it. Like, cause I make a million memes a day. No, just you stole my meme. Okay, sorry. I'll do a works cited next time. MLA format. There you go, buddy. That's all I really got though, guys. Next week we got SEC, ACC preview. Should be a good one. A lot to discuss there. Cass is laughing.
Oh, we forgot about the pack too.
Oh, maybe we'll do a Pac-12 preview. Oh no, but it's not this year, right? It's next year.
Next year.
Next year. I do like.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gonzaga, man.
They don't even have a football team.
They'll still win the Pac-12 in football.
That would be so funny.
Hey, I mean, hey, next week we're going to be pretty hyped.
Yeah.
SEC, ACC preview.
It'll be good.
Then and then the Big Ten.
Can't wait. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Bunch of Notes podcast. Go Bucks. Also go to forevergameday.com. Buy a shirt. Peace.